On this episode, we recap a delicious 48-hour Disney dining adventure featuring several unique dining locations across property, including Docking Bay 7, Pecos Bill, Toledo, House of Blues, and an off-property brunch at Harlow Grove and Winter Garden. Today's June 30th, 2026. This is episode 882 of the Main Street Magic Podcast.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts. Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I'm your host, Jeremy Stein, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely wife, Rhonda.
Hey guys!
If you want to be part of the community and join the conversation, get the latest theme park news, as well as live streams from the parks and resorts, head to Facebook and search for the Main Street Magic community and ask to join.
Make sure you check us out on the web at mainstmagic.com, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at mainstmagic, and on TikTok at MSM Podcast.
Planning a trip to Disneyland or Walt Disney World can be overwhelming and at times just downright frustrating. But don't worry, because Mouse Dining removes the frustration of booking Disney dining reservations, alerting you when they spot availability for your desired restaurant, date, meal, and time. Visit msmfriends.com to use this free service.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday.
Are you ready for your bucket list trip? Our trusted partner, MEI Travel, will handle the planning so you can focus on the memories. They offer free vacation planning services and have nearly 20 years of experience creating memorable vacations. Visit mainstmagic.com/travel for a fee-free, no-obligation quote today.
Well, hello everyone. If you can tell, we are actually recording in our car on the way home today.
Well, why would we do such a thing, Rhonda?
Because today is a very unusual Sunday for us.
Yeah.
We are usually at home recording in our office at this point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were invited to a brunch that is new at Harlow Grove.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's why we're gonna record on the way home. So when we get home, we have absolutely nothing to do but relax and get ready for the 3-day work week, very long work week. And then we are jumping right back into the car and headed down Thursday morning back to Disney.
Polynesian.
Yes.
We are going to go, though. We are excited to bring you our thoughts. And so I'm going to try and lay out a little bit about what's going on the next couple episodes, because I know we're going to talk a lot of food again today.
Yeah.
Right?
Hope y'all like food.
Yes, I really hope you do. I know, 2 episodes ago was a lot of food talk. So we hope you guys find these valuable. We're going to cover several different restaurants, from quick service to table service, signature, in today's episode. And then we're going to do a live dining review from Kona Cafe for this coming Friday's episode. We're going to eat there Thursday night. But Thursday morning, we're going to check out the new Level 99 that is opening. By the time this comes out, will be open at Disney Springs. We bought tickets for Thursday morning. Maybe we can do some live review stuff from there as well. And then, so you're going to get a lot of food. So I hope you like that. But when you go 3 weekends in a row,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard not to talk a lot about food.
Yeah. Because we have to eat.
Right. We got to eat. And
this right here now is why, folks, we never eat out around Jacksonville.
I know we never eat out around our own
Augustine.
house.
Yeah.
We do it all in Disney.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are going to cover several things. The first one we want to talk about first, we came down for about 48 hours. We stayed at All Star Sports.
We did.
We came to see Chuck and Amy were in town. Rachel was in town. Jim and Connie. We had this brunch this morning. Liv was in town. So we came, we squeezed this weekend in between to come see everybody. Had a big, great, we'll call it a family meal Saturday night at Toledo that we'll discuss.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were here pretty quick, but there were still items and things that Rhonda and I really wanted to tackle. And one of those is the updated menu items at Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo at Galaxy's. That seems like more than 48 hours ago.
Yes, it does.
That actually does seem like that was last weekend.
1,000%.
So they've got a couple new updated items. You can read about some of those on the website at Main ST Magic that John himself had an opportunity to try. But there were 3 that we had not covered yet. And so Rhonda and I went and sat down Friday, and we had 2 of those. We had not dined at Docking Bay 7. I couldn't even tell you. It had been quite some time.
Unfortunately, it was probably more or less very soon after it opened.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been.
I
think once we've done...
Once we did good...
in the last couple of years?
Maybe, if that. Once we liked it and we just, unfortunately...
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about a place like Docking Bay 7, right? For the most part, every experience we've had has been outstanding.
Yes.
And for the most part, all the experiences other people have are outstanding. So it's one of those rare instances, I feel like, where consistency is really, really good.
Yes.
So it's almost hard to be like, well, let's go again and again and again and just keep telling people how great it is.
Right.
Because we can just tell you it's great.
And unfortunately, when we've been at Hollywood, I mean, we usually will leave to eat.
Yeah.
So it's not like, we're at Hollywood and we're like, well, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go?
Right. But we are probably going to need to make a sit-down dining reservation soon at Hollywood because Hollywood Brown Derby revamped their entire menu. So something we'll check out. But the 2 items that we settled on, because we wanted to vary them a little bit and kind of get 2 ends of the spectrum. The first one is the sweet, and Rhonda's driving, so you'll get all the menu items read from me. Is the sweet puffer pig ribs with portion bread. This is pork ribs brushed with tangy barbecue sauce, and it's served with macaroni and cheese and a sponge cake for $16.99. Next is the Endorian chicken tip yip salad. This is guava barbecue chicken with avocado jalapeno dressing, arugula, radish, romaine, cucumber, red onion, haricot vert, pineapple, and rice noodles for $14.99. Now, none of these items really are new in the sense of brand new. A lot of them have been updated and modified from their previous incarnation. Let's start with the sweet puffer pig ribs with portion bread, Rhonda. First, I guess, talk about, size and kind of value for this, because this is definitely a little bit on the higher side normally for quick service.
Okay.
It's $16.99.
Oh, yeah.
But these are hearty portions served in real dishes with actual silverware, right?
Yes. And, Jeremy doing this whole,
reality. So we're doing a new series if you follow on social, reality versus, or expectation versus reality. And I'm taking marketing photos from Disney and then comparing them to the real photo, what you get.
And this was spot on. Spot on.
They could have used our photo as a marketing photo.
Yes, they could have. It was great.
It was a gorgeous dish. It looked just like the marketing.
Yes. So, you've got your mac and cheese and then the ribs laid on top. And then this sponge cake bread thing in the one side of the corner that took up the whole corner. The mac and cheese by itself, I tasted, and it was very good. I'm trying to put my finger on it. It wasn't Kraft, but it tasted like it maybe could be, but elevated. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Maybe one of the Velveeta brands.
Maybe. It was good.
It was very good.
I enjoyed it.
Very creamy, but
light.
Yes, but a good mac and cheese, but you could tell it appears that it's made from a processed cheese as opposed to a shredded cheese. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like a Velveeta or like a Velveeta type box or whatever.
Yes.
But
it was still good.
Yeah. The noodles held on well with the sauce. The sauce was thick. It was flavorful. Mm-hmm. I think it's a mac and cheese that would be, as Rhonda loves to say, safe to most people or kids.
Yeah.
Like it's a mac and cheese that I think our kids would potentially eat.
Yeah.
Whereas they don't sometimes love, well, maybe they do now that Lacey makes that 8-pound of cheese TikTok mac and cheese. Yeah. It stops you from going to the bathroom for a week. So it was very good though. Yes. I enjoyed it.
It was. And the ribs, So I started on actually the one end, and these were so tender
Yeah.
that, first of all, you didn't need a knife, for one.
Mm-hmm.
For two, like, I didn't know there was a bone in it
Yeah, these
until
do have
like
bones.
the end. But there's not only bones, there's, I think, what is called the cartilage of it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is the only, like, and honestly, we were talking out loud when we were eating. I don't think we want it any other way.
No, so these are what I would call them is I'd call them riblets.
Okay.
You know, I think Applebee's used to have riblets.
Okay.
And I personally, like, I do watch a lot of cooking shows,
Yeah.
barbecue stuff, but I don't know exactly what a riblet is considered.
Okay.
I feel like it is possibly the end portion, maybe, of ribs that have the smaller bone. Like, I'm not 100% sure. So somebody please feel free to reach out and tell me what it is. But they are, it does get to that portion where there are legit bones in area. And then there are some that kind of have that cartilage. But the problem is, if you make these boneless, then you're basically going to have to use they're going to have to pull the rib meat off of bones, which they're not going to do, or you're going to end up with a McRib.
Right. And that's gross.
Right. Which is just going to be, ground up processed pork formed into the shape of a rib.
Wow.
We don't want that. So you get the true rib flavor. You get that pork flavor. Like, these.
And it was good.
Really, really good.
They were.
So I'll pick a few little pieces of cartilage and all out of my teeth if I have to.
100%.
To get the flavor of this.
100%.
I thought that the tangy barbecue sauce was great on it. It wasn't overpowering. It was a little bit sweet. I thought it mashed well with the ribs. I'm one of the people, I don't love a mac and cheese when they put like pulled pork and barbecue sauce on it. I just don't like, but it actually works pretty well.
Yep.
But just something to note if you don't like that combination either.
Yeah, because they do put it on top of it.
They do. Yeah, the ribs are sitting on top of the mac and cheese. So you are going to get some crossover. The thing I want to talk about is this, what do they call it? Portion bread.
Yeah, it was
so
weird.
It looks like, what are the sponges what are the sponges that are like in the ocean? They're not soft. You know what I'm talking about? Those
coral,
ones?
like the
they're kind of like coral, but not. That's what it looks like.
Like a sea sponge.
Like almost, yeah. Like, this looks like it could have been floating in an aquarium in your house.
I agree.
But then it is super spongy and soft, and it is just like a really good, almost lightly salty wheat.
Yeah.
Bread.
It's weird but good.
It almost has a little bit, I thought, of a hoppy flavor, as though like a beer bread would. Huh. Like, do you remember the what's the one company that I'm thinking of that you can buy, that your friend used to sell it, and you could buy like the beer bread mixes, pantry something. What is it? Simply. Every Southern person is like, I know this. I sell it.
That's right. You are right.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of in some of the flavor.
Yeah.
Almost like a hoppy beer bread, but not over the top. I thought it was delicious though. I loved it. Did you like it? I
did. It was weird, but I liked it. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, would I get it again? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how else to say things, because I've never in my entire life come across something like this.
I have not. I've never had a bread like this.
Yeah. I don't know how they did it, but congratulations.
Just, like we talked about the other episode, the new spicy pork pods over at Santa Lee Canteen. I was like, man, that'd be great if you could get one pod, like at a kiosk or a stand, in a little wrapper just to go. And I feel like this is one they could sell over at that the kettle grill place, the Cat Sakas, that sells the kettle corn and stuff. They could have something like this portion bread to go in a little container, and I would buy it. Yeah. Because it was so good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Endorian chicken tip yip salad. What did you think of this salad overall? I know that looked exactly like the photo. This is one of the best, most photographic dishes I've seen put out by a quick service restaurant at Disney, if not number one.
I agree. So I'm going to start out by saying the heat index felt like 108 that day.
Yep.
And when Jeremy first said we sat, I wanted to laugh because unfortunately at this point, because it was so hot outside, everybody was trying to sit inside. And it is just hard, and I understand it, and this is where I really try not to get too mad. But it is just hard to see people just sitting there taking a break, which again, I prefer it than you to pass out and like die outside.
But we did see a whole family that packed their own lunch, and had
we
not
also
purchased any food from.
But we also will tell people to do that to save money, especially
Of course.
if you're coming down and you don't have the money to fork out $50, right?
Yeah,
for
item.
your
No, I totally
family.
get that.
It.
It's just hard when you are
when you buy
dining at an
and you're
establishment,
wanting to dine and sit.
Like imagine,
inside.
I know this is completely different, but I'd just like to do this because I'm me. Imagine you walk into Chick-fil-A and it's packed and you order your Chick-fil-A and all, and you go to find a seat and there's a family sitting there that brought their own lunch.
That's so different though. What
But
are
is
you?
it?
Yeah, because
family's
traveling to get into.
But a family's trapped, right? A family's
Oh,
traveling.
they're traveling and they're going to the bathroom because it's a clean bathroom.
Well, no,
and then they just
pack
eat
their
there?
own lunch.
I'd
to
be
save
like, all
money.
right, well.
So they are going to go ahead and they're going to stop at Chick-fil-A and they want to eat inside because it's hot. And so they take up a table, and then paying guests don't get an opportunity to sit at that table. Now you are correct. They did pay to get into the park, and that is a much different scenario. But I just like to bring up hypothetical fun situations for us to debate about.
Well, again, I probably would try to have things like that. Like, well, maybe they're traveling and it's hot and it's a clean bathroom. Believe me, I want a clean bathroom, and it's not all what it's cracked up to be
Right.
in other places. Anyways, the whole point is Jeremy and I shared a bar chair.
Yeah.
Because we needed to be inside. It was very hot. So with all of this obviously being said,
And those bar stools are, even though around is tiny, they're still not made for 4 total cheeks.
no, they're not. Anyways, the point is, I would assume the salad was very good, but because of all of that included, the salad was outstanding.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
so good. It was so refreshing.
Yeah.
I would totally go back to get that again because it was so good. Like
Yeah.
the chicken was really good.
Yep.
All of the flavors together were really good. Like it was
Yeah.
just a fantastic.
Like that hit of the cold pineapple in there
so
made
good.
it just very, light and refreshing. Tasted like this type of salad, and the only thing that really is weird about it is the name. You know what I mean? It's not like they're doing it-
yeah.
This, when we were talking about food that should be available at Typhoon Lagoon, this is a dish that should be available at Typhoon Lagoon. I know they have a tropical salad that's going to be very similar, but this is the type of stuff that I think should be at the water parks.
Yeah.
I read a couple of reviews that they said, well, it was okay because the dressing was like non-existent. I thought the dressing amount was perfect because it still allowed you to individually taste all the stuff that was in there.
No.
Like the arugula and the radish, the cucumbers and red onions, the pineapple. It wasn't overly dressed.
Now I
So it
will
also
say
didn't get all soggy and gross.
I prefer more of an dress.
You like an overly dressed.
I do.
Yeah.
But honestly,
I like my salads like almost in like their underwear,
Okay, that's weird.
like underdressed.
Okay. Anyways, I like my salads like it's cold outside.
Like
overly dressed.
the like the little brother
Maybe
in
you should say
Christmas Story.
like that, instead say it like it's summer where they're
Like
underdressed.
Daisy Dukes in a tank top.
Sure.
Is how I like my salads.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's
Anyways, the point is even though I would prefer them more dressed, this was just
it works.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, it was fine for me. Now, with that being said, if you are somebody like me that does like it, I'm sure you could say, may I have a little extra dressing on the side, please?
Sure, of course.
In fact, the next time I get the salad, because I would probably get the salad again,
100%. Could ask for that.
I would ask for that and report back to y'all.
I'll also say I do think Docking Bay 7 is one of those quick services where I know we're talking about a $14.99 salad, a $16.99, ribs with the bread and the mac and cheese. These are very shareable portions.
Oh my goodness.
Especially on these hot days where you really
100%.
sometimes don't want to eat a ton.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to save money, but maybe you don't want to be the Chick-fil-A family who's bringing in,
Okay.
their own food, you could still split this, and I think you could be pretty well off. And we'll talk about a kid's meal here soon when we get to the next day, basically. So that and the reason we're mostly talking about food is because that's what we did a lot of. We had some wonderful times with our friends, did some rides here and there. One thing I will say, especially after spending time yesterday, with Chuck and Amy and Rachel in the park, spending this morning with Jim and Connie in Hollywood Studios, after last Saturday, hanging out with Jessica and David and their wonderful daughter. As folks who are so lucky and fortunate to go as often as we do, like 3 weekends in a row. First of all, we try very hard not to take it for granted, right? Like this morning when I went up, I got up a little earlier than Rhonda, for example, and I was like, I'll go fill my refillable mug because we got a refillable mug last weekend.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know, lasts 14 days. They say it lasts the length of your trip. Well, that's because most people's trips aren't more than 14 days. And if they are 14 days, it's usually the people coming from across the pond.
Yep.
And then they're maybe spending 14 days in parks, and then they're going for a week in a little villa somewhere, or an Airbnb. So it's actually going to encompass all 3 of our weekends. So we decided to get the refillable mug. But I went up this morning and I was like, the little part of me on checkout day is always like, oh, it's sad, we got to go home. And I was like, man, that's not sad at all for us because we're so lucky. Like, we'll be back in a couple days. We were here last weekend. We have these trips in the books, and I look at these other families and I'm like, this is some of their last days, maybe ever at Disney, or they're at the end of a week-long incredible trip that they saved for years and years. And so, we try not to take that for granted, but sometimes it's easy to. Sometimes it's easy to walk up to the ride and go 30 minutes. I don't want to wait that. But what we've done these past 2 weekends is we've done the rides because we've gone with, we've been around some folks that are like, I want to wait 40 minutes for something. We're like, well, then we want to wait with you.
Right.
And so it gave me kind of a new appreciation, I think, overall.
Well, good.
But with all that being said, that's why we're focusing a lot on food, because all the other time was spent with friends and doing rides and things that maybe we don't traditionally do enough of anymore. So it was really, really cool. But Friday evening, we decided to head over to Disney Springs to meet up with our new local friends, Kat and Michael, who are now Orlando locals. So we're very, very excited for them. Wanted to celebrate a little bit by going out to dinner with them. And so we met up with them and we were kind of like, let's just see what's available.
Yeah.
And we actually landed on House of Blues.
Yeah. So
I would say if we have eaten 5 times at House of Blues, 4 times have been with him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? Let's do House of Blues. I know I was, and you were even just like, you know what? I could just use a burger.
Yeah.
Let's just get a burger. We know that they have stuff that we enjoy. We've always had good experiences, so that's where we went.
I was going to get the actual shrimp and grits again, just to see if I liked it, to see if it had changed or if I still thought they were fantastic. But I did. I wanted a burger, so that's what we did.
Yeah, and one thing we love about House of Blues, especially now as folks who don't drink alcoholic beverages, is they have a slightly varied menu of non-alcoholic beers. They do have a Heineken Zero there. One of the ones that they have, you can find Athletic Brewing across property now, but it's usually I think it's like the Golden, there's a hazy IPA or Golden Dawn Ale. But they have this Mexican Copper non-alcoholic athletic beer there. It's only $8. Comes in a can. They'll give you a nice cold pint glass to pour it in.
That's the only one I saw.
There's a Heineken Zero on the menu as well.
I started saying there isn't many beers. There was
also outside in front porch, I believe they have the Budweiser Zero.
Okay.
So I think they offer at least 3, which most places only offer one.
Yeah, okay.
But the Mexican Copper is a really good non-alcoholic beer.
Good not sipping
good nice sipping beer. And then they have some specialties that they do every month. And so I apologize I didn't take a photo of the menu and I couldn't find the exact specifications online. But we went ahead and got their tortilla chips, which came with a white queso and this fire roasted salsa. And then the tortilla chips were dusted with what would you call it? I know they have the Cajun fries, but it wasn't necessarily Cajun.
I would say, okay.
Might have been,
a French fry seasoning?
Maybe. It was really good, though. I enjoyed the queso. I thought the salsa was outstanding. And it was a nice, good, hearty portion of everything.
It was a good just appetizer to hold you over.
Yes, agreed, because we were starving.
It wasn't, to me, it wasn't something that I'd go back and go, oh, I want to get this.
Right.
I will say that Michael and Kat got the jalapeno cornbread, which looked outstanding.
And we've had it there
before. I know we could have had some, but I was also like, well, I'm already eating a lot of carbs, so.
It comes with a honey butter.
Yeah.
It's cooked and served in a skillet, and we have had it in the past, and it's delicious.
It looks so good.
Really, really good. So Ron and I both individually ordered the House of Blues smash burger. This is a double patty, brioche bun, American cheese, lettuce, tomato, garlic aioli, red onion, dill pickle. This is served with French fries. If you want to their French fries, you can add cojita, garlic, or Cajun seasoning for $2 extra. I did the cojita garlic.
And
you just stuck with the regular, correct?
Yes, I did not do it. I just wanted regular, and I wanted to taste Jeremy's.
Who do you want to start on the burger?
I don't care.
Okay, well, I'll go. It's a good burger.
I liked it a lot.
I think it's one of those. Okay.
Tell them what you did, though. See, did you read the House of Blues burger?
Yeah. I didn't get it with the disgusting dill pickle.
Or aioli.
I said no devil's cucumber, and I did not get the
You didn't say it like that, but yeah. I got it completely as is. I thought it was a great put-together burger.
I think when you got the right bite, it was a great smash burger. But every bite for me was not the right bite. The bun was much bigger than the burger patties. The burger patties, I think, shrunk a lot during the cooking process. And, we always say a lot of times we like a burger when you can taste the meat and taste the burger. And I just didn't get that in enough bites. Now, again, it was almost like one of those.
I feel like this is what you said that night.
Well, I didn't talk about it much that night. But it was one of those that luckily, as I was eating it, I think I started on the end that was more bun than burger. When I finished it, it was a well-executed smash burger. Now, it's not going on any of my lists. It's basically what I'm saying.
So you wouldn't go back here to get that burger?
I would not get this burger if I went back.
Okay.
I would maybe look at what I know Michael had done in the past. I think they have like a barbecue bacon burger type thing. Like I would maybe do something like that. Again, nothing wrong with it. And I think it would satisfy plenty of folks who just want a good backyard burger. But if we had decided to do deluxe burger that night again or something, I think I would have had an overall better burger there. The cojita garlic fries, I swear they had some truffle oil or something in them.
Because you don't like
I don't, well, it depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know if whatever garlic seasoning or whatever they're adding it to it was maybe cooked or done something in a truffle. So I didn't dislike them, but I probably would have preferred regular fries or tried the Cajun. I just don't think it was necessary. Like when you're eating a burger and fries, I wanted a classic burger. I didn't want it all dressed up. So why was I dressing up with fries? So that was a me mistake. You know what I mean? So no, I probably wouldn't do the garlic fries again. I would just stick with their standard fries, which are great fries to go along with the burger. Yeah. So, but again, there was nothing wrong with it. It was still a good burger. And I still think House of Blues is one of those places that most everyone can go to, find something that they want and they will like, and it's going to be good. It's not, it's not often that I've walked out of there like, whoa, that blew my socks off. Right. And I got to talk about this for years. But I can't remember ever leaving and being like, no, that wasn't.
Yeah.
So now if you go outside and you get their, what was it? Their street corn dog that was not very good. That was gross. Soggy.
It was not gross.
It was a little gross.
It wasn't gross.
If I have to use the word soggy to describe a corn dog,
Okay.
I think it's okay to put it in the gross category on a Excel sheet.
Well, I ate it.
You did eat it. I think you were very hungry.
If it was gross, I wouldn't eat it. It wasn't gross.
But gross doesn't mean bad.
It
it's just- I don't
was-
think
and
gross has to be
It wasn't soggy. It was just.
Wet. Moist.
It- because when we went to the Terralino, whatever, crafted Italian, that bread was.
That bread was wet. Yeah, that bread had some wetness to it.
It was soggy, and
Yeah.
I did not eat it.
Right.
It was gross.
Okay.
When I touched
Well,
it,
yeah,
it
that-
was gross.
In that case, the soggy did equal gross.
Yes. Anyways.
Well, I would like to discuss something that was not soggy, was not gross, and I want to put more of these in my faceful in the future because we went to Golden Oak Outpost
Oh.
and we
The
got
next
their
day, the
yeah,
next
their
morning.
banana caramel beignets.
Mm.
Before we dive into those, we didn't really know what the plan was and we were eating an early dinner. So
Yes.
we didn't get another, as far as I know, fairly new breakfast item that I do want to go back and try. Maybe we do it Friday when we shoot over to see Gary and ride Carousel of Progress.
Ooh.
Maybe this is our breakfast because they have a,
We get one of
honey-
each.
maybe, they have a honey butter chicken biscuit breakfast sandwich for $10.49.
Yeah, we get that and the beignets.
And the
I think.
beignets again?
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So this has egg, a strawberry jalapeno jam, and pepper jack cheese. It's also served with a side of potato barrels.
Yeah.
We saw them
it.
pumping them out. They
Yeah.
look great. Most of the ones I saw, the chicken biscuit or the chicken patty was stretching beyond the biscuit. It looked really, really
it
good.
did.
So we'll get one Friday, I think for sure. But banana caramel beignets. This is light, sweet, and
How much
fluffy
are they?
beignets with powdered sugar, bananas, and a caramel sauce for $8.79. You got 3 beignets, a couple chunks of banana, and enough
3
caramel
chunks.
sauce to choke a horse,
Yes.
which was cool by me.
Right.
What'd you think? And then, yeah, powdered sugar, did I say, on
Yeah.
top?
And I mean, not a ton of powdered sugar. The reason I'm asking is because Chuck ordered what he thought was the same thing behind us. There was a miscommunication and he just got regular beignets.
Yeah.
So when he politely asked the cast member, she basically was like, it's a different price.
Yes.
And acted like she couldn't throw on some caramel sauce and a couple of
Right.
bananas. So it was a little disappointing.
Which
on
at that
his
point, I
end.
think you should just go ahead and go, hey,
I agree.
it sounds like the mistake was on our end during the ordering process. We're going to go ahead. I know it's a different cost, but don't worry about it. Here you go.
Right.
And by the way, just keep those beignets. Give you a new fresh banana caramel beignets, and you keep those beignets there because you're going to need them to dip in all the
Yeah.
delicious caramel that is
Which-
still left over.
Which was, yes. So that was nice. We did have so much that at the end of ours, we are like, here, you want some? And he was like, absolutely. And it was fantastic. These were great. These were if you've had Tiana's beignets, they are the normal beignets just with amazing deliciousness on top of them.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
It was outstanding.
It really
I
was.
love these beignets. I personally like these beignets better than the French Quarter ones now because
I do too. They're more
light, they're airy.
Yeah.
The ones at French Quarter are more donutty.
Yes.
So these to me, and again, we've had beignets at Cafe Du Monde
Yes.
in New Orleans in a mall.
Yeah.
That's the one we went to.
Yeah.
And they're outstanding.
Yeah.
These to me mimic that more.
I agree.
The caramel
I agree.
sauce tastes like they are making it, or even if they're taking, is it evaporated milk,
Yeah. I don't know.
They're,
So good.
condensed milk? If you boil condensed milk, it turns into caramel.
Yeah.
It tastes like that's what they're doing,
So
as
good.
opposed to just buying some sort of bottled or canned caramel
Right.
sauce. The bananas, I could use more bananas, but
Yeah.
still, it has enough flavor throughout that you're not missing out on it. Like I could take more, but you're not missing it.
Right.
These might be my favorite beignets that I've had on Disney property now.
I can agree with
And,
that.
and
And that banana was too a nice, good, fresh
it
banana.
was. Yep. Yeah, it was
Like,
perfect.
Yeah.
These were outstanding. Get these while they last. Hopefully they're going to last for some time.
Yeah.
I absolutely love
Because
them.
they have it
And
on
$8.79 is great. For
Right.
this, I
They
think.
have it on a breakfast menu.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
it is. Because there is also a
cold
candied
brew.
bacon and a cold
Yeah, they
brew.
had candied bacon in the what was the cold brew with lavender? It was
Honey
cold brew
lavender.
with honey lavender, and then it looked like it had a sweet cream foam on top, and it's
With
got a
a
little
little
frog.
honeybee.
Oh, a little honeybee. That's right. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, go to Golden Oak
Yeah.
and get these suckers. Make it your breakfast. They're absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
They would pair very well. They also have this lavender lemonade that I absolutely love there.
Yes.
We decided not to get one because we were going to still head over to Joffrey's. I didn't put them on the list, but do you want to talk about the next Joffrey's beverages? Because we now
So we
have
talked
one
about
to
the
go.
other two, correct?
Yeah. So now you got to talk about, we now did the honeycomb one at Animal Kingdom
Yes.
and the rockin' peanut butter cold brew or cold whatever one at Hollywood Studios. But of course, mine are different because I do decaf. So why don't you talk about that?
So the honeycomb one at Animal, we actually got into Everest. And this one was, and Jeremy was reading to me that it is literally just cold brew with some honey and some stuff that I was like, okay. And that's kind of what it tasted like. It was fine. It wasn't something that I'm like, I want to go back and get this. Like I want to go back and get the Magic Kingdom one.
Right.
So it was good, but it was the least of my favorites.
Yeah.
I did like how it did kind of taste a little bit more like coffee, but I
It's
wasn't.
got honeycomb cereal on top. I
Yep.
didn't think I liked honeycomb cereal. I really liked them.
Yeah,
I like the
always liked
honeycomb.
them.
I think their whipped cream is amazing because
Yeah.
it's not just like ready whip out of a can. They have
Correct.
actually the whipped cream can and they're making their own fresh like whipped cream.
Hopefully.
I think so. I mean, that's how you get it. How do you get it in those things?
I don't know,
In those compressed air canister things.
Listen,
Their whipped
somebody's
cream is so
gonna
good.
tell us.
Yeah, I love the whipped cream.
No, it was really, it's good. It's fine. It's just, we were in the line and my whole point is I was going to have to throw it away. And I was like, I'm not sad to throw this away.
Yeah.
Again, it is a 24-ounce drink. I did get probably definitely more than half down. And again, I wasn't sad throwing it away.
Yeah.
But that one was fine. The one from Hollywood was
That
over
was
by
the Rockin'
Tower of
cold
Terror,
brew.
and it was rocking. And that again was just a cold brew with peanut butter and chocolate sauces.
Yep.
And then the
It's the Reese's peanut butter cup.
Thank you. I'm
puff
like,
cereal.
I'm
yeah,
trying to say it, and I'm
on
like,
top.
so that was good as well. I really enjoyed that more than the honeycomb because I drank the entire
Yeah.
thing. But I will say, I thought this was really cool. This morning, I got a coffee from there and I just wanted a nice, good cold brew. And I was like, can I just get do you have a French vanilla cold brew or just a vanilla cold brew? Because one time I got something and they were like, do you want any sauces or
Right.
flavoring in it? And so I said a vanilla, and then I said, I don't want any cream in it, but can you just put a little extra whipped cream on top? Because that's what I'll stir it. And that was
Yeah.
fantastic.
You love that?
And then you
Me.
put some peanut butter.
I got a decaf iced caramel latte. And then since I know they had the peanut butter flavoring there from the pass holder specialty drink, I asked if they could add that.
Yeah.
And it might be my new favorite Joffrey's combo. Now, the only issue is going to be, I don't think the peanut butter flavoring is a regular item they would have at any other Joffrey's. They have it here because of the specialty one. So something I'll definitely inquire about in the future.
But it's so
because
I
it was
like Joffrey's.
delicious.
I really do.
I do too. I thought this was amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
So one more to go, and we'll get that this weekend.
Yeah, we'll go to Disney Springs and get the cinnamon crunch
Yes.
coffee there, and we'll go ahead and get our little koozie.
Yep.
Finally, which we have needed because those things are cold, man. I know it's 108 outside, but that coffee is still so cold in my hand to carry. So I'll be excited to have a koozie. All right, we're gonna move on to what we decided to do for lunch that day. Chuck and Amy and Rachel, they had some lightning lanes, and so they went off to ride Tiana's. And the standby was 30 minutes, but when we got to the gate, I was like, this is a legit 30, if not 45. So we just ridden it last week.
Yeah.
So we decided not to worry about it. But Rachel said she wanted to grab some lunch at Pecos Bill, Tall Tale Inn and Cafe afterwards. So I said, you know what, we'll just meet you there. we'll grab a little bit of lunch or something because we still is going to be about 5 hours or so.
But
until we were
after
eating.
we were trying to make a decision and trying to add, like, all right, let's see, do we go to Steakhouse 71?
Yeah, we talked.
Do we do
Ron and I
this?
chatted about
Do we
it for
do
a
that?
while.
But we were going to Toledo for dinner.
Yeah.
And it was the actual, like, quote unquote, earlier in dinner that we were like, well, we just need something light. And then it was so hot. I was like, is there any good salads?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, is there a taco salad at Pecos Bill? Because I bet that would be really good.
Yeah. So they have these build your own bowls now.
Yes.
And we have done the nacho build your own bowl.
Yeah.
We have done the rice build your own bowl. We had not yet done the Southwest Caesar salad build your own bowl.
Yes.
So I thought, well, here's the time to do it.
Yes.
Not only is it something that we kind of need and want right now, but we can go ahead and talk about it.
100%.
So this is romaine tossed in creamy salsa verde dressing, pepitas, queso fresco, pico de gallo, and tortilla strips. Of course, with any of these in these create your own bowls, you get a choice of citrus chipotle chicken, Coca-Cola cherry braised pork, or green chili beef. We enjoy all of them, but for me, this salad sounded like it was going to pair best with the citrus chipotle chicken. So that's what we went for.
Yeah.
If I didn't mention, this salad is $12.99. We also, because we wanted a little extra since we were going to split the salad, Rhonda recommended, hey, I see a little kid over there eating a cheese quesadilla.
Well, I was thinking.
Why don't you get that?
Well, I was thinking with a salad, what do you usually have? You have a bread. You have
Yeah.
a type of, and
Why
I
not
know,
fill it with cheese?
Well, I
and
started
melt
to
it?
say, I know Jeremy, and I think what I saw,
I eat 3 to
is-
4 quesadillas a week on average. at
you
home.
do, but what I think I saw is more of the burnt cheese on it that I know
Yeah.
he absolutely loves, and I knew he would love that with the salad. So I saw, and he said, where do you see that? I said, in that little kid's
Yeah.
hand right there. So he did find it on the menu because he was mobile ordering.
Yeah. So-
which, by the way, can store the gift card now.
Yes, it can now store Disney
Timely.
gift cards.
Woo!
It
Thanks,
is
Disney,
amazing.
for listening.
I know. How long have we been saying that for? Yeah. So you can just, we recommend Disney gift cards. Still go ahead and, register them on the Disney gift card site.
Mhm.
But then go ahead and enter them into My Disney Experience. You're going to go to your payment methods. You're going to hit the little hamburger on the bottom right menu. You're going to go to, I think it says either wallet or payments. You're going to add a payment and it'll let you select gift card. Go ahead and enter it in there. Again, it's going to help keep that card a little bit so you don't have to be pulling out a physical card all the time.
Yep.
And then when you go to do things like mobile order or pay for stuff, you can go ahead and use the gift card. So bravo Disney for adding that.
Oh, and speaking of Disney, since you're listening, Jeremy had a great idea. Why don't you take the spring roll cart and do breakfast?
We need breakfast spring rolls. They sell bagel sandwiches there now.
Yeah.
But
What'd you say?
sausage, egg, and cheese.
There you go.
With a
Boom.
little side cup of gravy, like breakfast gravy, a white gravy that you could dip it in. So you're basically getting sausage and gravy in a bite in an egg roll.
There you go.
So I would like to see that happen.
Okay.
So the cheese quesadilla on the kids menu is $7.79. This is served with choice of 2 sides and a choice of small low-fat milk or a small Dasani bottled water. So there are a couple different sides, everything from beans, fries, rice, apple slices, or cutie mandarin orange. I went ahead and got fries, and I got a little side of cilantro rice. We've talked, again, when we're talking about saving money sometimes in the parks, these are great opportunities,
100.
right? Is a 6'3", 200, I'll leave whatever comes after that up to you guys to guess, man, going to eat this meal on my own and be like, wow, I don't need to eat again ever. Like, no. Is this going to sustain me in the middle of a hot day in Disney? 100%. It's a small quesadilla, but it is filled with cheese. The rice it's a small cup, but you could go ahead and get out the bagged apple slices or an orange. You're getting your small bottle of water. Like, this is a really good value that a family of 4 could eat, each getting one and spend less than $40. Pecos Bill is such a great area. There's so much indoor seating. They have bathrooms inside.
Yep.
It is such a great place for a midday break. And the food there is what you expect to get.
Yeah. That's where the family that brings their own should go. and sit.
Yes, agreed.
Only because there's so
There's
much.
usually a ton of seating.
nice.
Still, it can be hard to find.
Yes, it
but
can
often you can find
Yeah.
seating. It's a quesadilla with cheese. It's just cheese quesadilla. It's
fantastic.
perfectly
Yeah.
fine, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What was really good, we had not had in a while. This started at the Halloween party, I believe it was years ago. Is this sweet corn mousse? It's white chocolate and a raspberry powder for $6.29, and it looks
Like corn.
like an ear of corn.
Because I think it kind of really
Amy
is.
thought it was an ear of corn.
And what's funny is I thought there was coconut in it. And when I was pulling it out, I was like, no, they actually grind up like corn.
It's using the
Because
sweet
it
corn
was, yeah, because
Yeah,
it was.
to make this mousse.
Yes.
And it's
It was, I
outstanding.
had little corn skin in my mouth.
Ew.
What else would you call it?
The silk?
No,
You know
not the
that
silk,
corn
but
skin?
like, you
I
know,
don't know, like
on
the outside of
popcorn,
the.
when I spit those popcorn thingies.
You did not get any of that in your mouth.
Yes, I
Then why
did.
didn't
I
I?
pulled it out.
Why
I
did not?
I don't know. I pulled it out to look at it because I was like, what is this texture?
Maybe you bit
and-
the inside of your cheek and
No.
it's the sheepskin.
No, it was the corn, whatever.
This thing, this
It was
this
really
is
good.
the smoothest mousse
Okay.
I've ever had in my life.
well,
You got a bad bite.
I got
It is, but it's
like
absolutely
3 bad
delicious.
bites then?
See, I don't know.
I started on one end.
Sounds like a youth problem.
Okay.
It's so good.
It is good.
And
I'm
the
just
way they
saying,
make
I
it
thought
look
was
like
coconut,
corn
but it's not.
is insane. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love this thing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And I
I'm
would get
glad
it
it sticks
again.
around.
I was
Yeah.
just,
Just get the corn skins out.
yeah.
All right. Well, there was no cheese skin anywhere on my queso at House of Blue, so I was happy with that. All right, we got 2 more things we're going to talk about. One of those is we had our big, I call it a family dinner because all these people are like family to us now. But Amy made a reservation for 8 of us
Yep.
at Toledo, Tapas Steak and Seafood at the top of Grand Destino at Coronado. And so we took an Uber over from All Star Sports to there, and we all sat down for early bird dinner. It's not actually an early bird, but we ate at 5:15. So I'm gonna run.
But it
we're gonna
really
run
worked.
through this.
It
worked out
really
so
worked out
amazing.
well because
Amazing time.
there was a really bad storm, like bad, that came through that we literally almost lost power for.
Areas in Magic Kingdom, I believe, did because most of Magic Kingdom rides were shut
Right.
down, and it wasn't just the outdoor
But our
rides for rain. Like it was a bad. storm.
and there was lightning literally for hours.
Yeah.
Usually lightning only is around for like 20, 30
Yeah,
minutes
just kind of
in
as that
Florida.
bulk
no,
of the storm
this
passes.
was like 5
Yeah,
hours
it was
of
crazy.
lightning.
It's a beautiful. Like
It was gorgeous.
that kind
And
that doesn't go down, but it goes like across.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was cool looking.
All right, so we're gonna run
okay.
through this. And why are we running through this?
Oh no, I meant run through like what we ate. No.
Oh, I'm like, I thought you were
So,
like running through it to get through it. I was like,
we're
what?
I'd have to go pull up, but I believe it's been probably 4 years or so since we've eaten at Toledo. If you've listened to us for a long time, it was when the girls got all dressed up. We had both kids with us, and they were wearing dresses. And Lacey, from the moment she got in, was telling us she was cold. One of the staff there, cast members, noticed she was cold. They got her a robe and brought it up and gave it to her to wear so she could stay warm during dinner. And then at the end, when we went to return it, they said, no, you can keep it. And we walked away with a club level robe, which was just super cool. But that's been several years. We've always enjoyed Toledo. Our good friend Sean from But Mostly Disney, he and his family ate there the night before. They all loved it. This place gets some great ratings and reviews. So they do have 2 non-alcoholic beverages, the Ponche de Frutas, which is pomegranate juice, sweet and sour, pineapple, blackberry, lime, and soda water for $6.29. Then they have a hibiscus mint limonada, which I believe is also available at Three Bridges,
I think so too. It's
which
so
is
good.
Minute Maid premium lemonade, hibiscus grenadine, mint, and soda water. You had the limonada, which you
Yep.
just said you love.
So good.
I had the Ponche de Frutas, which I thought was outstanding.
Good.
Connie next to me, she actually got a sangria.
Yep.
You get some wonderful sangrias. Their drink menu is incredible there
Yeah.
for cocktails. This actually reminded me a bit of a sangria.
Yeah.
So it kind of had a little bit of that, fruity red wine notes to it. I thought it was outstanding. I would definitely get this again. And this is one of those, the way that like the Agave Garden and the London Spritzer have started to make their pink spritzer, have made their way to other restaurants. I'd love to see this make its way to some other restaurants. All right, so we'll start off with the appetizer that we had. First, I'm going to talk about the Rioja braised chorizo because Liv got that.
Yeah.
And she let me have a bite. This is Spanish-style sausage, Rioja wine, and onions for $15. The only reason I didn't order it is because lately, when we have had things that have some sort of red wine or reduction in them, they have been so overly red wine flavor driven that I just don't. Even back when I drank, I didn't want that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I decided not to get it. She gave me a piece of the sausage. It was a wonderful tender chorizo. It did not have any overpowering wine flavor at all.
Good.
So I think it's a very safe dish. There was a good portion of it. For $16, it's very, very shareable.
Yeah.
What we went with was the gambas al ajillo, brick oven shrimp, garlic infused olive oil, herbed butter, and toasted bread for $16. Now this came with 6 shrimp.
Yes, it did.
I love an even numbered appetizer because
you
it makes it that much easier to split.
Yeah.
You and I split it. What did you think of this dish? Beautifully presented.
Oh yeah.
Three crusty pieces of bread,
fantastic.
6 shrimp.
The shrimp were bigger than Boathouse.
Sure were.
They were really, really good. Very, like, I feel like this is where Jeremy can just explain it better because when he says it's like they were cooked fine, like, but he does it better. So they were great. I would get this again.
They were tender. They were flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
I love the herbed butter and this garlic infused oil that's left behind because that's what you sop up with the bread. Ron is giving me a look. I'll tell you right now, this oil did not agree with my body.
You probably sopped up all of it. That's why
I sopped up a lot.
2.
There was a lot of sopping.
You had 4 shrimp.
Well, I offered you the third one, and you said you didn't want it.
Yeah, because I didn't want my body to do what your
my body did not agree.
No.
I can, let's just say if you need, I can do a bathroom review on several locations between Coronado and Instant Springs next episode. But it definitely it was, you know what, though? It was worth it in the end, literally. I love this.
Was it?
In the end, do you get it?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to explain it. That's gross.
I wasn't sure if people would get it.
Yes.
But it was worth it.
Everybody gets it.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the entree that we decided to split.
Which is funny because
I have to thank Rhonda for letting me choose and order this, even though I gave you the option if you wanted something else. Because we got a smoked pork chop. Rhonda does not tend to eat pork chops. Now, in my opinion, that is because most of the time she probably isn't getting a properly cooked pork chop.
Probably.
That might not change after our review of this dish, but it comes with a spinach duta, with spinach fonduta, a potato voulette, and crispy chorizo.
Where was that?
I think the potato voulette was that yellowish sauce that came with it, which would be the voulette. This is $37. It's a good portion. It's a good size.
Yeah, I think what was funny because Jim and Connie honestly got the exact same thing as we did.
Yep.
All the way to the appetizer,
the shrimp,
to
the pork chop,
yep.
a side of Brussels sprouts, which are $8.50. And then after we didn't really get potatoes on our dish.
Nope.
And she saw the potatoes that came with some folks filet. We also ordered the olive oil potato puree as a side for $8.50. Where do you want to start with everything? You want to start with the sides, Brussels sprouts, olive oil potato puree?
Yeah, sure. I loved the Brussels sprouts, but I think when I heard you talking about it earlier, I think everybody has just learned how to actually make Brussels sprouts good.
Yeah, growing up, Brussels sprouts were like, oh God, because everybody boiled them.
Right.
And they were gross. They were mushy and gross. And they smelled like farts.
Right. They have learned, and when I say they, every single
person who makes them.
Every restaurant.
I
feel like they are probably very similar or the same, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And I thought they were very, very good. I could have eaten the whole bowl, just like at Summer House when I really enjoyed mine.
Yeah.
Again, they're the same probably. They might have had a little bit more honey drizzle or something at Summer House. But this, to me, personally, was fantastic. The spinach, cream spinach, I'm just going to call it cream spinach that was with the, was really good too. But I did want that, like, I want some starch. I want some potatoes. So everybody said they were really good. Rachel said they were good. Amy said they were good. So I was like, I want some of those. So I did order it. I thought they were very good. I think the right word is simpler side, because I don't want to say plain, but they were so good to me that they were just very simple. I would have liked them to have eaten them with my pork chop, but
yeah, it took
or
us,
with
yeah. I mean, we ordered them
something.
after we had already got.
Well, we ordered them immediately, but they came
a little bit later.
a little bit after.
Yeah, most of the stuff was done.
Yeah.
How did you like the pork chop?
I said it was fine. I just
Yeah.
kept saying it was fine, and he called me Rob because that's what Rob will do. He'll be like, we'll be like, "Oh my God, Rob, this is amazing. What do you think?" And he's like, "It's fine." That's how I felt. I wasn't like disgusted by it. I didn't not want it. Mine had some gristle on it that I ended up eating with a couple of my bites because, again, and this is where I think this is why I never grew up liking pork chops, because I would start chewing on it and it would just get dry in my mouth, and then I'd get gagged basically. So I think Jeremy is correct when you have said that I never had a pork chop cooked correctly. Again, you always get scared and want to overcook things because you don't want it undercooked, and then all of a sudden you've got some kind of whatever it's
Salmonella?
Something.
Chickens.
Well, some type of something that then your stomach is not feeling good. Anyways.
Mine didn't anyway, so I might as well have eaten raw pork.
Well, it was not. But that's where my point is like it was fine because I could eat it. It wasn't like it was gross or it was too dry or anything like that. But I did have some gristly parts, and I did enjoy eating it to make my bites a little more moister. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if those are the right words I'm saying. So anyways, that's how I felt about it. It was fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna use a phrase for this meal that I've heard my whole life. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Wow.
This was really disappointing to me.
Okay.
It was, again,
That's fair.
I'm not going to use the word bad.
Right.
I'm not. It just was disappointing. I'll start. The Brussels sprouts were cooked perfectly, and they were perfectly fine Brussels sprouts. I expected at a place like Toledo for them to be maybe elevated in some manner. There's nothing else on the menu that says they should be. So if we want to go by John's definition, they gave me what they said, which was Brussels sprouts, right? Now, I like Brussels sprouts with maybe a touch of something sweet, like a little bit of a drizzle of a honey or agave. That's me. I like them maybe with a little bit of something salty, like a pancetta or a bacon. That's me. None of that is described, but I just thought this is something where you take Brussels sprouts, you put a little salt and pepper, a little oil, you throw them in the oven and you're done. I just expected more.
Okay.
I personally just didn't like the olive oil potato puree. I like my potatoes with butter and heavy cream. You know what I mean? And so this is literally, first of all, it is pureed.
Yeah.
So it is a very, very soft, delicate texture.
Almost light.
Very light.
Almost like it didn't taste like potatoes. Like it was almost like a parsnip.
Yes, a little bit, either like a parsnip or, you're going to yell at me, boxed potato.
No, it didn't.
I'm just giving my opinion. I'll let you give yours. This had the flavor And maybe it was a lot due to the olive oil in it of a boxed potato.
It
had that consistency. Okay. And it had that consistency. Did you make these? You're so offended. Like, you made them and you're just like, don't throw my boxed potatoes. Oh, that's great. So those two out of the way. I think it is very polite of you to call this cream spinach, because I don't think this spinach has ever met cream in its life.
I like it.
If afterwards somebody came out, if Ashton Kutcher came out and said, you're on Punk'd, that was frozen spinach, I would have been like, you really didn't punk me, because that's what I already thought.
Really?
The consistency of it, the texture of it, the flavor of it tasted like it was one of those frozen spinach bricks. This was, I'm sorry, I'd be hard pressed to believe, and I believe it is real fresh spinach, because I can't imagine they're doing anything else here. It did not seem like they were taking fresh spinach and cooking it down. It didn't have any flavor. It didn't, except spinach. Like Popeye would have loved it, right? Because he ate spinach out of a can, and
Maybe
I think that's where it came from.
Canned spinach?
I swear.
I thought it was okay.
The pork chop was overcooked. Flat out. The flavors were great. It had a real nice light smokiness to it. I thought the seasoning on the outside and the crust was really, really good. When I did gnaw a little bit of meat off the bone, it had wonderful flavor. It was just overcooked, so it was very chewy, you know?
Yeah.
And you can cook. Look, I was saying this to Connie and Jim. I was like, you know who has a shockingly delicious pork chop? Texas Roadhouse.
Oh.
Like, you can cook a pork chop. It doesn't have to be well done. You can cook a pork chop where you can almost cut it with the edge of a fork.
Yeah.
And this was not anywhere near that.
Right.
Like, they really did have to give you a steak knife to get through it.
Yeah.
So it just, you know, and again, none of that was, I know I like to go over the top a little bit to hopefully get some chuckles, but it just was disappointing because of where you are and what you're expecting, especially based off past experiences.
Well, I think technically,
but Jim and Connie agreed with us on their pork chop as well.
And I started to say, I unfortunately think the entire, if they were all sitting in the car with us right now, Chuck, Amy, Jim, and Connie probably would agree. This was all of their first times.
Yes.
This was not ours. This was our couple of times. But this was their first. And Chuck, Amy, and Rachel, all three of them got a fillet. Oh, and Liv too, right?
Yeah, all got fillets.
The cast member server told us that it was
Peter, who by the way was excellent.
Yeah.
Peter, we had wonderful, wonderful service.
He told us the fillets are about 6 to 7 ounces. So Amy got one because I think they were going to share, but then because it was smaller, they were like, never mind, we'll get each her own. So that's what they did. Well, they also added, so they didn't do an appetizer because they added scallops, which I was like, oh, I bet Jeremy
which I thought about doing.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Well, turns out good thing he did not, because unfortunately Chuck was like, and even Amy agreed, they were overdone and chewy.
Rubbery,
Rubbery, that's the right word. Sorry, that's the word they used. Rubbery scallops. You could have told me they were cooked to perfection and be like, I still don't like them. So, with all that being said.
You liked Victoria and Albert's scallop, by the way.
Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, no, you loved it.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to the tape.
Okay. Anyways, the point is I think everybody was just maybe for it being.
I think everybody was disappointed.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah. Throughout.
I think so.
So, again, and that's not us telling you don't go to Toledo. That's saying,
right.
You know, if you want to, go experience it for yourself.
Right. And I will say that other people were getting different. They were getting bigger sizes or whatever. Because we saw some things go by that then I was like, well, was that the same? Was it a fillet as well, or was it something? So
They have some other options. I will say our portion size for the pork, I thought was outstanding. Like this was a nice hearty portion. Like you and I splitting it, I think we both, even if we didn't love it, we both got an amount of pork we would have been happy with if we had ordered an individual dish each. So I do think that part was good. We are going to end on a very high note, and we're going to talk about Harlow Grove. As Rhonda mentioned in the beginning, this restaurant just opened back in March. Now, this is a little bit outside of the Disney bubble, but we know a lot of times people are looking for something outside of the bubble. You know, we tell you, take an off day. Go explore other things that Orlando and the area has 100%. To offer. We also know a lot of locals listen to our podcast. And so if you were unaware of this place, I'm going to urge you to go check it out. This is in Winter Park. It's on Main Street. I believe the address was 186 Main Street or 168, but some combo of those numbers. We have some wonderful friends that work there that invited us out to experience basically, you know, when they're getting ready to start serving brunch on this Saturday, July 4th. This is going to be new. Even though the restaurant only opened in March, they were not yet serving brunch. They're now going to start on July 4th on Saturdays and Sundays. So they always do, these restaurants do this family and friends. Where you invite, you know, you work there, you invite family, you invite friends. You get to eat at no cost except for tip. And it gives them the opportunity to refine their service, to refine their techniques, their meals, their presentations, everything. First of all, I don't know that they have anything to refine. So good job. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, so what we were able to get is one alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverage. You were going to get one appetizer for the table. We had a larger party, so we got two, and then one entree each. And again, this is during this family and friends type of thing that's going on. So they have a very extensive cocktail menu, really great cocktails. I know like Chuck, who loves his whiskeys and all, he got the breakfast in bed, which was a rye whiskey drink that has a house-made jam in it. So he said it was on the sweeter side. I know Amy took a sip and was like, that could be dangerous because it tastes so good. So they do have a lot of wonderful drinks. They've got martinis. What Kim actually got.
Something sounded like I would have.
It's the Tomatini. So it is Grey Goose vodka, black pepper infused dry vermouth, cherry tomato, white balsamic vinegar, basil, and lemon. She said it actually was like a little bit savory. That brunch in bed is a bullet rye whiskey, almond orgeat, berry jam, lemon, bacon, and pancake skewer comes with it. I think it was Steve got the superstar. It's beluga vodka, passion fruit liqueur, lemon, salted vanilla air, and then it comes with a little cup of Prosecco that you pour into it. So some really cool, inventive cocktails, an extensive wine listing, beer and seltzers. They have 3 zero-proof drinks. Ron and I each got one of them. Rhonda got the Wild Heart, which was strawberry, watermelon, lemon, mint, and sparkling water. What did you think of that?
It was really good, really refreshing. Just very great brunch drink. I loved it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like it's been since we've had it. It reminded me of the wait list at Summer House.
It did.
All right. So if you've had the wait list at Summer House and you enjoy that, you'll enjoy this. I had the Smooth Sailing. This is grapefruit soda, lime, and a chipotle infused agave that is around the rim of the glass. This basically tasted like a grapefruit margarita, but it was not heavy on the grapefruit. Like I don't love grapefruit, so I was a little worried about it. But I thought it was outstanding. These were both very well-crafted zero-proof drinks. Now, they're not using any sort of zero-proof liqueur, but they're definitely crafting these. They would a regular crafted cocktail. So we're going to talk about what we had. So first, there is I'm going to see if I can find it on their regular menu. I don't know if I can. So they brought us out a tower. We were there with 2 people that work there. So we did get to one of the managers came over and introduced himself. And so they brought this pastry tower. Now on the very top were 4 macaroons. It is the only thing they're not making in-house. Which blew my mind. There was a lemon. There was what else did we decide there was? The one you and I tasted, the caramel.
Apparently there was
ridiculously good.
Oh, that was caramel?
I think it was like caramel and coffee or something.
Okay.
It was so good. I
Yeah, it
tasted
was
the lemon.
really good.
There was a raspberry, and then there might have been like a lemon or lime or something, but they were very good.
It's only 4.
Yeah.
You're talking like you felt like I just felt.
Oh, I
like
thought
you
I said
like
4.
6.
Anyway,
Different taste.
below that was a trio of croissants.
Oh.
One of them was a churro croissant. One of them was an almond croissant. And then what was the third croissant? Because now I can't remember. Hazelnut croissant.
Mm-hmm.
The almond, holy moly, the almond croissant was as close as I think we'll find to the almond croissant that was available at Palo for brunch.
So if you don't go for any other reason, I would go for this. It was absolutely outstanding.
It was so good.
So good.
Underneath that, there was this lemon and blueberry, like kind of croissant type. I don't even know what to call it. Wonderful. So many good flavors there. And then it had this like little roll-up pastry that included guava. Did you say like a marshmallow cream?
A mascarpone.
Mascarpone cream. That makes sense.
It was almost
really
savory.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
So
not
good.
as sweet. Yeah.
And then sprinkled throughout are halved gooseberries.
Yeah, that was weird.
Which is such an interesting.
neat.
I'd never had one on its own.
I don't think I did either until you made me try one.
It's like
neat.
like a berry and a tomato made a baby.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Yeah.
So for the table starters, we got the avocado toast, which was tomato, the gooseberries, pickled red onion on sourdough. What did you think of this? I'll go first. I actually don't love avocado toast. First of all, I'm kind of tired of it because everybody has it, and I just don't love it. I would order this.
Yeah.
It was so good. The gooseberries added this perfect sweetness that balanced the savory tomatoes. And then you had the pickled red onions on top. What I loved is that a lot of times I feel like sometimes with avocado toast or bruschettas, they over toast the bread so that it either falls apart while you try and eat it or it like almost cuts your mouth. This was so lightly toasted that I thought it just accompanied everything perfectly.
And the avocado was so creamy. It was so good.
I loved this. You really enjoyed it. And you are an avocado toast fan.
100%. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
So the other one we got was the lemon herb hummus. This comes with feta, carrot, cucumber, mini pepper, olives, pickled red onion, and a garlic herb naan. Again, I don't traditionally love hummus.
Yeah.
I would order this.
Yeah, it was really good. Really clean, really, really good. Refreshing would be the right word.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and when I'm saying all these things, like for example, there was, a little area of feta. There was these halved baby purple carrots.
Yeah.
That were delicious. There was the sliced cucumber and the mini peppers, olives. Like, this was so good.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. All right, so I'm going to start. Here's what is currently on this brunch menu. A Cobb salad, a Caesar salad. They have a brunch burger, chicken Caesar croissant, a French toast casserole, shrimp and grits, a classic breakfast, which comes with 3 eggs, bacon, roasted tomatoes, sourdough, and home fries, and they have a short rib stack. So we basically amongst the table got 4 different things total. Yes. Amy had the classic breakfast. And then a couple of us got burgers. 2 of you got the French toast casserole. Kim got the shrimp and grits.
Yeah, I did.
Why did you not order them? Do you want me to read it first?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Okay, so it's cheddar and chive, stone ground grits, fried egg, bacon, a Cajun tomato gravy, and crispy onion.
Yeah. The tomato Cajun gravy right there is why because I just didn't want that spicy, that all over. I should have known a place like this, especially with the way the croissants came out and everything came out. I should have known, and I should have gotten the shrimp and grits. And the reason I say I should have, because I tasted them. And they were stupid good.
Yeah.
I would 100% go back to get this. In fact, it is something that I could see Jeremy and I going, all right, on a Sunday, we're going to go home. Yeah. Let's stop in here. Because it really wasn't too much out of our way.
No, not at all.
And then on our way home, it literally took us out of traffic, really. And it just took 2 straight hours to get home.
Yep.
So it was fantastic. With all this being said, those shrimp and grits were great. The shrimp were perfect, cooked perfect. It was great. I didn't get it again because of that, and I just didn't want that heaviness and the spiciness on my stomach. So
but that's before you actually knew how it would come out. Yeah.
The French toast casserole is what I looked at getting, and I still was at brunch, and I was like, and everybody was like, well, we know what Rhonda's getting, and I was like, but I don't want to.
You're like, but I'm not. So you did get the French toast casserole. This is fresh berries, maple syrup, and a mascarpone whipped cream. Before you talk about it, I want to ask, I almost should have asked, like, can I get a bowl of this mascarpone whipped cream just to take home?
Yeah.
What? So you can put it on your desserts or put it on ice cream? No, I just want to eat it with a spoon on its own.
Okay.
It was that good.
It was, but
beautifully presented too.
Yeah.
What did you think of
it was
this?
gorgeous. I thought it was fantastic. I will say, I think I don't know how they cooked it totally, but if they cooked it outside of it and then they put it in this thing, I will say the very, very, very bottom, which I did not need to eat, and I was already getting way full, but had a little char on the bottom. So I just needed to stay away from that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fantastic. I mean, it really tasted like a daggum French toast bread pudding.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good.
Exactly how I would describe it.
Oh my God. It was so good. And I loved in fact, I had to stop myself because I'm like, all right, I'm pretty full. I took a bite of the shrimp and grits. I took a bite of the burger Jeremy had. So I'm like, and I had some of these little other bites that I'm like, I need to stop, or I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have to stop on our 2-hour drive home. And there's no reason usually to stop on our 2-hour drive home.
So I want to interject real quick because I did forget to put this in our notes. The night before at Disney Springs, after Toledo, we headed over. We braved the rain with Rachel and Liv
to get
to do. We did get our Thai banana cookies. We got some in the back here. We're gonna eat them tonight. But they have these new bread and butter pudding bites at Cooks of Dublin, which is right next to, connected to Raglan Road. So I was like, all right, you know what? Rachel, actually, I'd seen them before, and then Rachel brought it up, and I was like, look, scientific purposes, we got to go try them. So we went and got them. This is $9.99.
Research.
You get 5. Calling them 1-inch cubed is probably too much. They're probably 3/4 cubed, maybe an inch.
No, they were probably an inch.
An inch. You only get 5 of these little bites. You get a side of kind of like a custardy dip, and then a butterscotch dip. There were 4 of us eating them.
Oh yeah, 4 of us.
5 bites,
Yeah.
$9.99. Here's what I'll say. It was all delicious. The value is not there at all, and I wouldn't waste my $10 on it.
I wouldn't either.
I just think that there's better ways to spend $10
100%.
and get a really good, tasty dessert. Yeah. So we'll leave that one at that.
I mean, there was so much sauce that we told, because I think Liv was going to get more beignets.
We're like, dude, put the.
We were like,
she was staying at French Quarter.
Yeah. So
Riverside.
Well, she already had beignets. I think she was going to get more. So we were like, take these. And she's like, no.
Take the sauces
and I was like,
with you.
Why not? Like, she said something about jokingly about putting them all over beignets. And I was like, yeah, girl, there's so much left. So
because it was very good. It just, the value wasn't there for that. The price of it.
The taste of them by themselves were great.
Yep.
If they would add, and if you're listening, Disney, if we pass by there again and there's like 8 to 10 pieces, I would 1,000% get.
I'd get it all the time.
Absolutely.
Yep. And what I would do, because it comes in their little basket.
Yep.
I would take both sauces. I would pour it over.
Eat it with a fork.
Get my fork and go to town, because it's basically. I thought you were going to give me a high five.
I was, and then I was
high
like,
five. Yeah. It's basically a deconstructed bread pudding.
Yeah. It's really good.
Very good in that taste.
But not worth it.
So I went with the brunch burger. This is an 8-ounce signature blend: white cheddar, arugula, tomato, bacon, fried egg, caramelized red onion jam on a brioche bun with house cut fries. First, I love the presentation because they serve it to you basically open faced. So you can see the burger patty, and a beautiful 8-ounce patty. You can see the thick, crisp bacon laying across it. On the top bun portion is that what was it? A caramelized red onion jam and that fried egg. And it is perfectly fried with that lightly runny yolk. Then what I loved, the fries come in their own cardboard little container like you would get at a fast food restaurant, but green and with their logo on it.
Yeah,
and it was
gorgeous.
just such a neat presentation as opposed to just throwing the fries on the plate. So I got it as is because I like everything on here. I put the top on, I gave it a little press. I could see the yolk run out.
Luckily, there was no pickles.
Luckily, there were no pickles, but I would have gotten it without those. Here's what I'll say. We've been eating a lot of burgers on property lately.
Yeah.
If this burger, and Rhonda's probably gonna roll her eyes, and maybe you listening, there's will too. If this burger was on property, it becomes my #1 burger on property.
That's why I was wondering if we were going to be, because you were talking about this one, if you were kind of not dissing House of Blues, but you were basically kind of.
No, I had those thoughts in my head prior to this, to eating this burger.
All right.
It was absolute perfection.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I took a bite.
Every single bite was perfect, and it was perfectly executed. Nothing overpowered. Even with the egg on it, it didn't scream breakfast burger in the sense like I would eat this for lunch, dinner, whatever.
Cassidy would eat it.
And if all you did was take the egg off of it, you have the most perfect burger.
Yeah.
The bacon, I had a little piece of bacon on its own, had a little bit of sweetness to it. I don't know if they're cooking it in like a little bit of honey or agave. Everything about this was so good. The burger I got at medium was cooked perfectly. You could taste that meat. But again, all of the things on it, down to the arugula and the jam, all they did was add to make it a perfectly composed burger. Nothing was stood out or overpowered. I'd be hard pressed when we do go back here to not get it again.
Yeah.
The only reason I wouldn't is so I could try something else. So Harlow Grove, if you are a local, if you are visiting, you got that day off. If you're sick of Disney food, I would go check this place out.
Good.
I'll tell you what, guys, buckle up. You're going to get annoyed because every burger I have from here on out, I'm probably going to compare to this one. So that's it for us. We are literally pulling into our driveway. So thank you guys so much. I hope you love food because we got a lot more coming. If you are out there on the internet, hit subscribe. You get brand new episodes every single Tuesday and Friday. Of course, Rhonda and I would be super duper thankful if you could please leave us a rating and review.
Because it helps our show grow.
That's all we've got, and we'll see you real soon.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.